Brad, I feel like it's over, man. And I got to be honest with you. I'm sad about it. I'm sad about it, man. And look, I get it, man. Production is everything, but when you go to a small, in the woods high school as I went to and see how much greatness is going around, the league and then the real world with people that, I'm in proximity with, it's sad to see, man. But I think it's over, Brad. I think it's over. Rico wants more carries. Rico didn't get a lot of carries. Rico was vocal about it. I think Rico's on his way out. And boy, I hate it. But this is what Rico had to say about it. Let's listen in.
For sure. So, it is what it is. I only control what I can control and go from that. But that definitely plays a factor.
Why do you think your reps got cut?
No idea.
They never gave you an explanation. How does that? Could you just expand on how that'll be part of your thinking?
Just obviously for me, just wanting to be a guy who can go out there and just get the ball, trying to let it run. Like I said, I think my game just shows like the more I get throughout the game, the stronger, the better I get. So just want to take that into consideration from how it played out the last couple weeks. But we had two great guys in the backfield, so it'd be hard sometimes. The coach got to just find a way to figure it out. So definitely got to.
I heard you laughing in the background. All right, I can't talk on this right now, man, because what do you have to say about
that? Well,
bro, red game.
First off, it's a business. You know what I mean? We've already committed money to Chuba. Second, I don't know what happened to the guy, but it seemed like he was hurt, man. It seemed like he was running in quicksand the last, including the playoffs, 4 games of the season. Mm-hmm. I understand the whole, we grew up watching Jonathan Fox. I understand the 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And then at the end of the game, the defense, is about to throw up because you're running the ball down their throat type thing. But it's also, man, like you're making the most of the opportunities you get. And hey, it's a what have you done for me lately, man? And the last thing we saw Rico doing was falling down and shot putting the ball back to Bryce Young on a very, very instrumental drive to get us in the playoffs on our own merit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt like, he could have got a few more touches here and there. They went back to the rotating running back thing. But again, we've got a 2nd round pick who was highly sought after, who has no ligament damage, didn't have to have microfracture surgery, just another clean tear operation, took this whole year off. And you got Etienne, and it's just about that time.
Yeah.
And it's sad because he's a local guy, very, very, very high IQ football player.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed until I saw him try to do that. And I still don't understand if that was a flea flicker or what that was. You know what I mean? Like, what was funny though, where people were saying like, instead of taking a loss and messing up his yardage for his financial gain, he pitched the ball back to try to make it a pass. And that'd be unforgivable. So I will not say that he did that.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But yeah, it's about that time, man. Somebody out there needs a running back, and he can be just as mad if he goes to a team that plays us next year and try to run as hard as he did against Dallas, because we'll read about him in the funny papers.
Yep. I want to read this super chat from James. I appreciate you sending the super chat. I'm sorry, I'm just not getting to it. James says the Panthers organization tied it all together. I think this team really saw the history of the Panthers, the honor and pride to be a Panther, game was live. I could not agree more. Thank you, James, so much for the super chat. It was an amazing atmosphere. I mean, you know, the energy was bleeding through the screen. You know, like I've often talked about how, you know, Fox kind of set the standard on the television experience when it comes to watching football. You know, CBS used to be really low quality as far as the cameras are concerned. Fox was really good, and CBS kind of stepped it up. CBS also used to be bad with the crowd noise. Monday Night Football is still kind of working on that, but there's so many cameras that they have there that it's probably just going to be as it is. So this Texan game tonight will be cool, but it'll also, you know, kind of be weird to watch just from from a sound perspective. But like Fox, man, they are the like creme de la creme of like atmosphere, knowing what to catch, when to catch it, you know, and just I can't imagine how that was in the building when you saw what you saw on TV and just how I felt about it, you know, from watching it from afar. So yeah, it was an amazing atmosphere. I appreciate it. Jarrell Mason with a super chat. Appreciate you, man. Says, I think Rico's going to get a bag elsewhere, but I can't wait to see what Brooks is going to look like after being on ice all season. Hey, that's what Brad was just talking about. I couldn't agree more. You know, one of the things that I saw, I think it was Full-Time Dame. I saw tweet this. He said that the Panthers need dynamic running backs that can make, you know, misses and, you know, do some dynamic things out of the backfield. And we do have that. I mean, Trevor Etienne is a version of that, right? He just really he's limited in his opportunities. I could see a world, you know, if they really strong, well, no, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say, because that's gonna sound nuts. But I'll just say this. You're right. I'm looking forward to seeing how this shapes out. And it worked out for both parties. You know, I'm not gonna take this away. Dunk said this, and I'm gonna give him, you know, credit for saying it. Dunk said, hey, you know, from Rico's perspective, he got to, you know, to show the world he's still a consecutive 1,000-yard back, that he may be right. If he gets a lot of volume, he may be a high volume guy that can really, you know, dominate in a lot of ways. From our perspective, we got one good year, you know, out of him and kind of stabled our running back room, and he helped propel us to a lot of wins that got us to this point to get to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure from his perspective, when you look at the amount of carries, I mean, you know, we saw that, you know, when we look back, Rico literally had 5 carries for 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? Chuba got 13 carries. He had the lion's share. But, you know, there was a few times where he did kind of get stonewalled. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're looking at it from the team perspective, it's like, yo, if you're Dave, I'm throwing whoever out there to, you know, this is the last game of the season. If I see Chuba pick up 1 extra yard, you getting the carries. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened, because, you know, Chuba was averaging 3.5 an attempt. Rico was 1.8. But it's hard to kind of tell if you are a volume guy, it's hard to tell exactly what you can do if you only get 5 carries. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, man, this is a sad day for me. AC Reynolds alum. Rico, man, if you listening, man, dog, like, I'm sorry, bro. I wanted you here long term. I'd love to, you know, see you here for the, you know, for the long term. But more important than even that, Rico, I'm just glad that you got I saw my boy Angry Cowboys fan, another AC Reynolds alum, my brother, one of my moderators in the chat, telling him to come back to Dallas. That may be on the table. Who knows? But the point is that, look, I'm just glad that you got to showcase to the world what we've seen up in them mountains for all these years and knew what you could be and what you could do. So if this is the end, dog, salute. We appreciate you.